Hi there, I'll be going over my third presentation today, which is on tamales. So let's dive into the history and culture of tamales. Tamales are a traditional Mesoamerican dish that date back thousands of years. Archaeologists have found evidence of masa corn cakes, which is a main ingredient in tamales, inside of a corn husk as far back as Aztec civilizations. They were likely made by these indigenous people because they were easy to transport. Tamales remain a dish even after the Spanish conquest. As they spread across the region, they became thought of more as a Hispanic dish despite its indigenous origins. Industrialization and the process of canning spread the tamale across the United States in the 1900s and became a part of culture in the Mississippi Delta. Tamales can be found in all different parts of Latin America. Now tamales have a variety of fillings and sauces that can be served with them. Tamales are also commonly eaten around Christmas time in Mexico to symbolize family and coming together. There are even tamale cooking parties called tamaladas. So let's take a look at the nutrient composition of tamales. In one 110-gram serving, there are 210 calories, 6 grams of fat, 37 grams of carbohydrates, 2.97 grams of fiber. Tamales have a high fiber and vitamin C content from the corn they are made with. So what's tamales' relationship to disease then? Because lard is often used to prepare the dough, tamales can be a source of saturated fat and cholesterol. High consumption of saturated fats can lead to diseases such as obesity and can increase the risk for a heart attack. Tamales can also have high sodium content, which can lead to heart disease and hypertension. So corn is one of the main ingredients in tamales. So let's look at the agriculture of corn. Mexico is the main and original source of corn. Corn is available almost year-round in countries like Mexico. However, it is at its highest production rate in July and August. Corn can be canned or frozen, and it can grow in various conditions. This means that corn is almost always available, even internationally. So, how do you know you're getting a fresh, high-quality tamale? The mesa dough used in tamales is made from corn, and the flour is known as mesa harina. The flour is made when the corn is put through a process called nixtamalization. If your corn has been put through this process, you know the flour is just right for making tamales. This is how you can ensure the outer layer of your tamales are fresh and of high quality. So let's look at the preparation of tamales. First, prepare a meat to stuff your tamale. Pork is the most traditional route. Keep the fat from your pork to prepare the masa. Now prepare the dough, known as masa. Lard, baking powder, salt, pork broth, and unprepared ground masa are all combined to make the dough. This can be a long and tedious process. The tamales are then assembled and put into a corn husk. They are steamed for around 3 hours in a tamaleria, also known as a tamale steamer. So I tried these chicken tamales at a Mexican restaurant back home. I was a bit confused when I first saw the tamales. My dad explained that you have to remove the outer layers of the corn husk in order to eat it. They were very hot temperature-wise because the corn husks really hold heat. They also came with a sauce. The outside was very soft and chewy, and the dough on the outside was very thick. It tasted like corn and was a little bit sweet. The chicken inside was well seasoned and had a lot of flavor. So I went for the less traditional route and I decided to get chicken instead of pork tamales because I'm not the biggest pork fan. The sauce it was served with was a bit spicy and had a lot of flavor. I really liked the tamales. They had a great flavor and reminded me of a comfort food. I'm not sure I could eat them without some kind of sauce though because it's just a lot of dough. So here's a picture of the tamales I ate. I have never tried tamales before and was very interested in learning more about them. I have grown up eating a lot of corn because it is a staple in this region as well. I grew up eating stuff made with cornmeal, which has some similarities and differences to corn masa. They're both kind of forms of ground corn flour. They are both cheap to make using corn and are easily available to purchase. The fact that tamales are a holiday tradition really reminded me of foods in my own life. My family loves to come together and cook classic dishes around Christmas, which is similar to the families in Latin cultures that come together to make tamales. So overall, I definitely would eat them again, and learning about the culture was pretty cool. And here are my references. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation.